Hi, my friends. My name is Mr. Steve, and today is the letter Y episode of the ABCs with Mr. Steve. I hope you're ready to have some fun. We always like to start off with our container of surprises. Inside this container are some things that start with the letter Y. There you can see an uppercase letter Y, and then next to it is a lowercase letter y. They do look very close to each other. Let's see what's inside this container. Ooh. We have one of these signs. This is a sign that we can see when you're driving on the road. It says yield. Yield means slow down and make sure nobody else is coming. If another car is coming, you have to stop. But if no car is coming, you can go. That's what yield means. I would like for you to, next time you're in the car, look around for this sign and see if you can find it. Y-I-E-L-D spells yield. But you can know by the shape. It's red, triangle, upside down, with the red writing inside. And that is yield. Yield. Next, we're going to bring out a container of some kind of food that starts with Y. Maybe you had it for a snack or for breakfast. It's yogurt. Do you like yogurt? I like some yogurt. Yogurt. And then we have one of these. This is a yo-yo. Yo-yos are fun. They're a toy. Have you seen them before? They take some practice, but it's fun to practice with them. And then we have this right here is a very small yak. Yak. It's a kind of animal that's usually much, 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 much bigger than this. Like the size of a cow or a buffalo. Pretty big. That's a yak. And then we have this. This is a pom-pom, which does not start with Y, but what color is it? Yellow, right? Yellow starts with Y. And you can see the letter Y is yellow. Do you see anything else yellow that's maybe on my body? Yeah, my shirt's yellow. Yellow starts with Y. And then the last thing that I wanted to show you is this. This is yarn. Yarn. Yarn is our word of the day. So I wanted to spell that for you. Y-A-R-N. That spells yarn. Do you see another letter besides the Y that's yellow? Is the A yellow? Is the R yellow? Is the N yellow? Bing! Yes, the N is yellow. So the Y and the N are yellow. We're going to read a story called Farmer Brown Shears His Sheep, a yarn about wool. Farmer Brown was shearing sheep, piling up a snowy heap of wool that filled his shed knee-deep. Clip, clip, buzz, buzz, he took their wool and left them fuzz. He filled his bags one by one with fleece, but when his work was done, clouds had covered up the sun. The sheep saw all their wool in sacks. Bah, they cried, we want it back. They were cold without their wool. Soon the farmer's sheep were shivering. They followed him. He was delivering all their wool to Mr. Green, who washed it out and combed it clean. Comb, pull, he cleaned and carded all their wool. Their fleece made such a fluffy stack. Bah, they cried, we want it back. The sheep went running, cold and shaking. Behind the farmer, he was taking all their wool to Mr. Peel, who owned the finest spinning wheel. Twist, hum, what had their fluffy fleece become? From fleece to yarn it stretched and changed. Bah, they cried, our wool looks strange. Chilly sheep with goosebumps crying rode behind, the farmer flying down the road to Mrs. Muller, who changed the yarn from white to color. Dip, dry, the yarn grew bright before their eyes, and while it dried upon the rack, one sheep said, bah, let's take it back. What's this? The farmer asked his sheep. You're tangled up from head to feet. You're shivering cold and turning blue. So back to Farmer Brown's they flew. He found his favorite place to sit. Then Farmer Brown began to knit. Knit, pearl, the farmer's fingers looped and twirled. Crowded on the porch together, trembling in the nippy weather, they watched him knit, and when he quit, he put a sweater on to fit each sheep and then buttoned it. The sheep grew nice and warm again in brightly colored cardigans and patterns made of red and green and all the colors in between. Now each year come shearing time, the sheep eagerly wait in line to feel the clip and hear the buzz and wear bright sweaters over fuzz. And that's the end of that story. I love that story. Terry Sloat, Farmer Brown shears his sheep. I have some yarn right here, yellow yarn. And we saw in the story that they used the yarn to make sweaters, which is pretty awesome. And it is something you can use yarn for. But there are lots of other things that you can use yarn for. You can cut off a long piece and make a jump rope. You can make letters. You can make an obstacle course. You can put some beads on to make a necklace. Those are just a few of the many fun things that you can do with just some yarn. Thanks for watching the Letter Y episode, everybody. We'll be back next time for the letter Z. Bye.